Okay. Okay, so Abhijay everyone, and today I will start the session. So before starting session, I want to tell all the persons that all should open your YouTube and put the video on the live mode and leave it. And those who had not subscribed, you should subscribe the channel of Samvad Club and just leave while live is going on. Okay, shall we start? Okay, in today's session, I will discuss about officer-like qualities. Okay, so friends, those persons who are new persons who are coming in the session for the first time, I want to tell these persons that in this SSB ecosystem, I had make one rule that all the conversation, teaching, learning, communication, asking questions, all the things are taken place in English. Am I clear? So what is the reason that those persons who had given SSB interview in the previous time, they are aware, they know, yes, they know that there is a great requirement of English communication during the SSB procedure. Because whenever you will take part in group discussion, lecturate, PPNDT, in that condition you have to communicate in English language. Am I clear? So that's why this is the rule in this SSB ecosystem that all the things, all the conversation, even the minor conversation is taken place in English. Because whenever you will take part in GTO tasks, in that condition, whenever you will talk with your teammates, you have to communicate in English. So that's why English language is compulsory in this ecosystem, because it will help to develop your English communication more and more. Am I clear? Is it clear to you? Next part I will discuss about OLQs. So I think most of you are aware about what is OLQ. OLQ means officer-like qualities. Clear? Till now, 3 OLQs had been covered. Till this session, till now, 3 officer-like qualities had been covered. First one, no, 3. 3, I think, yeah, 2. Yes, 2 are covered. Only 2 is covered. So first one was effective intelligence. First one was effective intelligence. Clear? Second one was reasoning ability. Is it clear? These two these 2 OLQs had been covered till now, and now I will give a basic briefing about these OLQs. I will not go in a detailed manner, but I will give a basic briefing about these OLQs. So firstly, I will talk about effective intelligence. So if I will simply put, effective intelligence is the ability of your mind to generate multiple solutions to any particular situation or any particular problem. I will repeat, effective intelligence means effective intelligence means the ability of your mind to generate multiple solutions to a problem, to any particular situation. Clear? Let us take one example which I had given in the previous session as well. The situation is that you have to travel 20 kilometers to reach to Shivalik College. Clear? And you are run out of money. This is the situation. In that condition, what you will do? So in that condition, multiple solutions will come in your mind. The first one, it may be that you will take lift. Clear? Second one is you can say you may call to your friend. Call to friend. Or is there any more situations which will come in your mind? Any more situation? Any person? Asking money, it is also right. Is it clear? So effective intelligence is the ability of your mind to generate multiple solutions to any particular situation or any particular problem. So in brief, I will discuss about that how you can develop your effective intelligence. In simple, try to observe. Improve your observation skill. I'm talking about only brief things because in the previous session, this part, how to develop effective intelligence, had been done in a very detailed manner. So today I will discuss about only brief thing that how you can develop. So you should work on your observation skill. If you will work on your observation skill, so multiple things will come out. Like whenever you will take part in a command task, do you know command task? What is command task? Those person who had given SSB interview, you know about command task. I think Parikshit, Ansh, Himanshu, and what's your name? Aman, Amit. So these persons are aware about command task. So in command task, I want to tell all the persons that there is a particular structure, and you will be given some task to defuse the bomb, to cross the line. Multiple tasks will be given to you, and there will be one structure. So in the command task, you will find out when you will observe the structures in a very proper manner, in a very detailed manner, then you will got to know that where I have to put the plank, clear, where I have to make the effort. You know fulcrum effort. Fulcrum means that the structure on which you put the plank on it, and effort means from behind on the structure you will fix that plank to make it stable. So when you will observe any particular thing, so multiple workable ideas will come in your mind. Like you can take this way, you can take this way, you can take this way. Multiple solutions will come in your mind. Is it clear? So this is about effective intelligence. Is it clear to you? Means multiple solutions are coming in your mind. Now I will talk about reasoning ability. And so the time 4:42. Okay. Reasoning ability means in the effective intelligence, and you should remember that effective intelligence. Okay, okay. And you should remember that effective intelligence relates with our mind. Make it clear that effective intelligence is the OLQ which relates with our mind, which deals with the strength of our mind. Is it clear to you? And likewise, reasoning abilities also relates with our mind. Now we should proceed in a very sequential manner. In the effective intelligence, multiple solutions are coming in your mind. Is it clear? If you have a good effective intelligence previously, if you will have a good effective intelligence, so in that condition, multiple solutions will come in your mind. Clear? Now I will talk about reasoning ability. Reasoning ability means that out of multiple solutions, which will be the best solution? It is the ability of reasoning ability. Is it clear? We are going in a very sequential manner. First, effective intelligence, generating solution. Reasoning ability, sharing solution. Am I clear? So, in a very brief manner, if you are getting any, you can say, if you are getting any particular situation or problem, in that condition, effective intelligence will generate multiple solutions. Now, there are 3 steps for reasoning ability. First one is understanding. Situation. Clear? Understanding situation. Second one is grasping. And third one is coming to a conclusion. Not only conclusion, logical conclusion. So reasoning ability is the ability of your mind to understand the situation. If you are getting any particular situation, so ability of your mind to understand the situation, grasping the essential components of the situation. Am I clear? Next one is coming to a logical conclusion. This is about reasoning ability. Is it clear to you? Any person have any doubt? Next, I will discuss about, because I am going in a very quick manner, because reasoning ability, 2 sessions have been conducted. So I am going in a very quick manner because so that one more OLQ will be covered in this session. How you can develop reasoning ability? Please note this. This is very important part. First one is reading books. Not only reading books, reading the book biography books. Clear? Biography of some great persons like Vikram Batra, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. If you are talking about SSB interview, so consider book of these persons, biography of these persons. Read the biography of these persons. It will develop your understanding ability that why these great persons had taken any particular action in any situation. Reading or biography of great persons. Second one is watching news, watching or reading news. This will help you to know that whenever any country is taking any action, Israel had taken any action, that why they had taken any action, whether the action is logical or illogical. This will develop your reasoning ability. Next one is, Parikshit, what is next one? GD and debate. GD develops your understanding ability. Debate also develop your understanding ability. Taking part, GD is conducted in this session, every session. What is next part? Practicing SRTs. It is the best part. Practicing SRT. You should practice SRTs. Take at least one SRT and analyze multiple responses on that in SRT. After analyzing the responses, try to find out the best response out of the multiple responses. It will develop your logic building. What was the last one? Listening. Yes, listening. It is about listening. Is it clear? These are the 5 steps to develop reasoning ability. At last, I want to discuss last point, trainability. Please listen to me very carefully. This is very important part, very important part. Effective intelligence and reasoning ability. These 2 OLQs relate with mind. Is it clear? Any doubt on any person? Second part, this OLQ is least trainable. I will explain you what is least trainable. It means that in the academies like NDA, IMA, OTA, effective intelligence and reasoning ability are least trainable. It means it is very difficult to train these qualities, these 2 qualities during the academy period. You can say 3 years, 4 years, whatever the time is there. That's why if you will get slightly lower marks by the assessors in the SSB in these 2 qualities, you are confirmly rejected. Because they will feel that if that person, any person will go to the academy and that person had a weak OLQs like reasoning ability and effective intelligence, so they will find out, they will think that that person will not be able to develop these 2 qualities during the training period. That's why they will reject you. There is a high chance of rejection. If I will talk about some example like stamina. Stamina is a quality which is highly trainable. It means that if you have a weak stamina currently, then it can be trained during the academies. After a proper workout, training, even if I will talk about myself, during the NCC period, my stamina got improved. So stamina is improved. So that's why even if you will have low marks in the stamina during the SSB procedure, so there is a chance that you will get selected. But in that condition, these qualities, if you will get low marks, so they will not spare you. They will simply reject you. Is it clear? So it is must for you. And one more thing, least trainable does not mean that you cannot develop it. You can develop it at your personal level. I want to repeat it, that you can develop all the qualities at your personal level, but it is difficult to train these qualities in the coaching academies. Is it clear? Any doubt? Means if you want, you can develop, but it is difficult to give the training, train these qualities. So that's why work on these qualities from now. It is a part of process. Is it clear? And now next part, It is completed. Any doubt, any person? Now, Ansh Pandey will come to to discuss about organizing ability. Okay, Ansh.
Now, in the series of questions, we firstly discussed the effective intelligence, then the reasoning ability, and now the third ability, that is the organizing ability. In the part of OLQs, it comes under the part of mind. Even the before two OLQs were also the part of mind. It is the third. Firstly, I would like to ask you all. Is it okay, sir? Firstly, I would like to ask you all about the organizing ability. That what is your thought for this term, organizing ability? Anyone? Okay. A little louder. Okay. Okay.
According to me, organizing ability means organizing the thoughts in a proper way in our mind.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, one more. Yes. Like organizing ability and these for a person organizing can be how a person organizes himself or herself, how a person maintains his life, okay. How a person makes makes his life. If you are choosing to be a leader of something, how you organize your team, that's the problem. Well said. But now we'll be discussing the proper holistic definition of this organizing ability. Firstly, is the plan, prioritize, to allocate resources, coordination, execution. What do you think? Is it that easy? It also has some limitations, some constraints. What are the limitations? First one is the time. Then is the manpower. Then is the material, that are your resources. So firstly, if you talk of the English word organize, it means to develop it in a chronological way, to develop in a series, to plan it before the execution. Anything that is unplanned goes unwell. For example, you follow your study timetable in your class. Imagine if it was unplanned, unscheduled, how would it be? Every lectures would be clashing with each others. No lectures would be conducted very properly. So this is due to organizing ability, that classes are run efficient. So this is the power of organizing ability. It's not only a OLQ, that is officer-like qualities. It is also SLQ, student-like qualities. It needs to be like jutted in every student, under every student. So firstly is to plan. Firstly is to analyze what is your problem. Like you must have heard of the before two OLQs. So it is interlinked with them. They are not separate things. All the OLQs are interlinked. Without the effective intelligence does not come the reasoning ability. Without the reasoning ability does not come the organizing ability. So first is to plan and analyze. That comes with effective intelligence. Then is to prioritize. That comes with the reasoning ability. You will be prioritizing your things on the basis of some reason, some logic. And how it comes? Due to reasoning ability. Then is to allocate resources. Now the major role of organizing ability starts. You have to allocate resources. You have to think what materials you are provided with. Not only this, now comes coordination and execution. You need to have cooperation, that is another OLQ. So as I told, every OLQ is interlinked with each other. So you need to coordinate and then execute. So organizing ability is very important in everyone's life, but it also has some constraints. Like time. Everything needs to be done under time. You must have heard that officers needs to be punctual. Why? From where does punctuality comes? It comes from the word time. So one who is on time is punctual. So if you don't follow this constraint, no matter how well you plan, how well you prioritize it, you won't be able to execute it on proper time. You won't get the expected result, the desired results. Then is the manpower. If you can't coordinate, if you can't gather people to do your work, it's again a failure without this. Then is the resources. It is to allocate resources. That is the constraint as well. If you don't have resources, your dreams will remain dream. It will be on the paper only. Now, let's talk. So, now let's talk of the components of the organizing ability. Like, what does the word component means? It means the factors that affect the organizing ability. Firstly, as discussed, is the planning. How do you think the planning is done? Anyone?
It is done by mind. It's the ability of mind to make plans, patience. We are making the plans patiently.
Yes, as told that it comes under the mind OLQ. So it is done by mind. Firstly, we need to analyze it, analyze the problem for which we are planning. Think with the mind, not with the emotions, not with the heart. Think with the mind. It comes under the mind OLQ. Heart has the other OLQs as well. Then to prioritize it. Prioritization also requires the mind factor. You need to think it very carefully. If you prioritize something else against something other thing that does not need to be prioritized, it can lead to a failure of your planning, of your dream. Then is the resource and time management. Further, we'll be discussing about some examples where we'll be looking after each and every problem, where we'll be getting some limited resource, limited time, the problems of prioritization. Students often get confused in prioritizing their subjects, their academics with their activities, their career with their passion. Why does it happen? Because they are unable to organize it. Everything is possible. Everyone has those 24 hours. It is because they do not plan it, they do not prioritize it. That leads neither to their career nor to their passion. And lastly, the coordination and execution. You need to coordinate with other members. Organizing, let's think of an organization. Is it the only one-man show? No, it needs other people as well. You need to coordinate with them. You need to execute with them. It can't be done all alone. So it is the part of the organizing ability as well. Now, as you know, we are discussing about the SSB. It is the SSB related class. So how and why is it important in SSB? It comes under 7 places where you are judged. 7 tasks, I would say, where you get judged on the basis of organizing ability, where organizing ability plays a role. First is in the stories, the PPDT, the TAT. You get the images, you make the story. But story needs to be well structured, needs to be well planned. If a minor mistake could tell about, if minor deorganization can tell about your personality, because the psych test, it comes under the psych test, the TAT. The psychologist never comes, the psych officer never comes in front of you, never sees you. It just analyzes your paper. Without seeing you, he can judge that you are capable of becoming an officer or not. Should he recommend you or not, without seeing you? And that is done on the basis of your stories made on TAT. So organizing plays an important role. You need to organize your stories. Meaning, you do not need to contradict two things on your stories. PPDT. So, the beauty of organizing ability is that it starts with the screening test, the first day of the SSB, the PPDT. It consists of PPDT and OIR. PPDT is the second part. Here, even here, TAT plays an important role. So, on the stories, TAT plays an important role. As you organize your stories, it needs to be well structured. And then is the GPE. It's purely based on the organizing ability. There are in most cases there are 4 problems. Every problem has different kind of levels. You need to prioritize them, which needs to be done before what? Imagine a man lying with a man who is heavily injured, severely injured, and is lying on the floor. And the other man who comes that his sheep is lost, his cattle is lost. What will you do first? Find the cattle, or find the cow or his pet animal or other things, or first save him? Obviously, first save him. How does it come? By organizing it. That what needs to be done at first. It also comes with the effective intelligence and the reasoning ability. Your mind allows you to think that the person is heavily injured, needs to be cured first, needs to be given the first aid, needs to be admitted into the hospital. While the loss of animal is merely an economic loss. So how does GPE play how does organizing ability plays an important role in GPE? By organizing, by prioritizing your problems by rank, first 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is the prior most problem for you. Also, you are limited with the resources and the time in the GPE. You are given some specific time that you need to go from here to there under this amount of time. There you have scarcity of time, not ampleness of it. And your step needs to be mentioned very clearly in the GPE. That what tools are you using? Of whom are you taking help of? Where are you going at what time? That specific is GPE, and that can be only solved if you have organizing ability. Then the group tasks. What are the group tasks? Like PGT, HGT, CT. Any problem that needs to be solved, even the maths problem, that also is solved by the organizing ability. You need to understand that which equation needs to be solved first to get the other value of other variable. Then you will put it into other equation to get the another value. Same is with the PGT, HGT, and CT. What are these? These are some real life problems based on the Balli and Fatta. The load, that's the thing. It's nothing else. So it needs to be solved by the organizing ability. You need to think that what must be placed before what, which instrument, which material needs to be placed, which member should go first. You need to think of it. You need to coordinate with the people. The lightweight should reach first. Even time management is also an important role in these tasks. You need to complete all the 4 levels under some specific time. We'll be discussing further.
Anush, I want to know a real life example in which we are using our organizing ability. A real life example, other than a SSB interview.
Okay. So let's take an example of organizing a school event where there is an event which needs to be organized by you. You have very scarcity of time, say 2 or 3 days. Like Shiva Fest is happening. How is it happening? Is it happening like that only, without any structure, without any planning? No, you have the schedule, even the schedule is ready. The Shiva Fest is on 10th and 11th, and 1 week before the schedule is ready, what needs to be done. So this is a real life example that if you have to organize an event, it needs to be well structured with the time, well structured with the people, that it does not clash with each other. You are given some specific set of time that this event should be done in this time with these coordinators as student coordinator and the faculty coordinators, and then at the same moment simultaneously that coordinator needs to be somewhere else for the other event. So if the clash of that coordinator in the same event, how will he be present at both the places at the same time? So it is because of the organizing ability that we decide, we plan, firstly we prioritize, analyze the problem, then we plan it, and then we execute it. Anything that is done at a good level, anything that gets success is well planned, is well organized. Firstly, then let's talk of the other things, that is PI, personal interview. The CIQs are asked in the list. It is asked, they never ask just 1 or 2 questions. They ask a series of questions where you need to organize. It can't be that introduction is at the last and your hobbies are at the first. It needs to be that your introduction is at first, then schooling, then about the exams that you gave, the percentage that you scored, about your family, your background, and then your hobbies. So how does it come? You organize those statements. As sir told that we need to speak in English in SSB, even speaking of English comes from the framing of sentences, comes from organizing the sentences. This is the power of organizing ability that is like everywhere. Nothing can be done without organizing ability, it seems. It is intermixed with every activity, every performance, even in your daily life, as a student, as a SSB aspirant, as of any exam aspirant, NEET or JEE as well. You need to prioritize your good chapters first. You need to prioritize high weighted chapters that can be understood by you and has good weightage. So these were the 7 tasks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yes, these were the.
Anish, can you please tell me about the role of organizing ability in speech delivery? If I am delivering any speech, so could you please tell me about the role of organizing ability whenever we are delivering a speech?
As this lecture is going on, what are we discussing? Organizing ability. Firstly, we came up with the definition. Firstly, we came up with the definition. Then the components. Impact analysis. So it's moreover like a speech that I'm delivering, where first part is the definition, that a student must understand what is the organizing ability. Without it, how will he know that what is its impact in SSB? How is it playing the role? How will he understand without the definition? As we discussed, the first plan, then perform, then execute. This tells that this is the definition and this is to be implemented in the SSB. And if not implemented, what is the impact? And it is understood by the components of the organizing ability, that what factors does it play, how to develop it. After this, we'll be discussing how to develop OLQ like organizing ability. So this was the part where you can develop the organizing ability in speech.
Are you okay, Ritik? Headache? Okay, take rest for a while. Take rest for a while. Will it be fine for you? Will it be fine for you to take rest? Okay, take rest for.
Now let's, if anyone wants to ask any question, now let's take some questions. 5:11. Need to end up soon.
20. 9
Okay,
minutes.
sure. Anyone? Anyone at the last mid of the benches? Yes.
If a student or a candidate is lacking in an organization ability, is not able to perform it properly and is not able to organize the resources that he has. So how can he improve his organizing ability? And how can he know about the progress, how he is improving day by day? And how can he track his performance?
We'll be discussing it.
Wait, it will be discussed, this question, that how it
To
will be
develop.
developed. It will be discussed
later
after 5:30, after snacks. So ask questions regarding what is organizing ability. If any person have any doubt regarding what is organizing ability,
Till now, what is covered? If you want to ask that
ask these questions.
regarding the components,
How you can
the
develop
impact,
it
and the
discuss
definition. Anyone? Shall I proceed further?
Ansh, could you tell me that what is the role of mind in organizing ability?
Roll
What is
up.
the role of mind in organizing ability?
Thinking, I suppose.
Yes.
I suppose thinking is the role that plays the majority part in organizing. Like you need to have mind things rationally, mind things with the intelligence that you have, with the reasons you show, as discussed before, the before two OLQs. So it comes under the mind in such because of the effective intelligence and the reasoning ability.
Okay, Ansh. Okay, fine, Ansh.
Yeah.
So what is seen in a credit rather than qualities?
What is seen in a creditor apart from OLQs?
He is just asking me logical questions. Okay, is it completed?
Yeah. Just I need to take
Okay,
some.
it is fine. Means in SSB interview, in cadet you are saying, or in SSB interview? As a cadet.
As a cadet, where OLQs are checked. No OLQs are checked as a cadet.
Means all the things are covered in the, if you talk about any cadet, you can say all the things are covered in OLQs. Nothing will be
Left out.
out of bounds in OLQs. If you talk about SSB, so SSB is all about 15 OLQs.
It's
And even as a cadet, you can say 15 OLQs are enough to determine what other things need to be done for. Yes. New pattern of SSB. It will be discussed later.
regarding this organization.
Regarding this session, I am saying, be specific.
If I have to manage multiple things at once, so how can I plan for that organization?
So it needs to be understood that where are you lacking? You are lacking at time front of you. Like at which front are you lacking? Time front. So you need to manage your time first. You need to prioritize the things that are urgent and important. We'll be discussing that there are 4 stages of time management where you need to divide it. Shall I discuss it right now? Time management wala things. That's Samvad. Okay.
Could you please repeat the question again?
How can usually can handle or can manage multiple tasks or things at once?
I want to give one response to your question. That if you want to notice, if you want to manage multiple things at a time, So you should follow one habit. Have you read the book Seven Habits of Highly Effective Person? Have you read it? Have you heard about it? Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. There is one book. In that book, there is one habit, beginning with end in mind. It means that you should start with the end in mind. It means that when you will start building any home, in that condition, firstly, you will keep all the things end result in your mind. That you will do a proper planning, that my house should be like this, kitchen should be at this side, bathroom should be at this side. Means all the things will be discussed. Means this should be at this side, this should be at this side. Multiple things are there. You should do all the things, all the beginning with and in mind. Which means that beginning with and what? Making any building. It is the end. Is it clear? So beginning with and in mind, it means that you will start with the end. You will do a detailed planning in your mind, all the detailed planning of the end product in your mind before even starting that particular part. It means that you had not touched any brick, any single brick for building the house, but you had created the house in your mind. Is it clear to you? In likewise, if you talk about any multiple tasks you have to manage, multiple events are there. So in that condition, before starting of the event, like before starting of the Siva Fest or any event, you will make all the arrangements in your mind, beginning with and in mind. Then you will start taking initiative. Is it clear? Is the doubt clear to you? Okay, fine. So start practicing that habit, beginning with and in mind. Is it clear? And how to develop organizing ability will be discussed after 5:30, after snacks. Am I clear? So I want to ask that, is organizing ability clear to all the persons? Any doubt, any person? Any doubt? Okay. So now it is the time for snacks. So all should come at 5:35 near Shivalik ground. Means you can say near the shed. Is it clear? Himanshu, please coordinate it.
कैसा होगा? ठीक था, थोड़ा सा घूम जा रही बातें।
No, and also prepare that how to develop organizing ability. Discuss each later. All should be on time at 5:35.
तो सर सर लेंगे रियल लाइफ की लेंगे,
रियल लाइफ लेकर के रियल लाइफ एग्जाम
कम कर देते 3 जगह से।
हाँ, मतलब अभी प्रैक्टिस में आएंगे तो 50 तक कर सकते हैं।
ठीक है,
10 मिनट के अंदर।
ठीक है। तो that start. One line, it is to prioritize, plan, and then perform it. Prioritize the problems, plan according to your resources, according to the constraints of time and the resources, and then perform with the coordination. So this was all that how can you develop your organizing ability. And one more thing is that yes,
Sir, I have a doubt, sir, from you, that when you clarified the doubt of Shubham, which he asked, so you said that first we have to think of the end result. But sir, let's take an example of if you are to build a website or an app, we know that we want to solve a problem, but we don't know that what will be the ultimate outcome, how our website going to be look, how our app going to be look. We just know that we have a problem and we have to solve it. So once we start implementing this, so we don't know what should be the end result. But here the question is that the person who is not, if the person is have a doubt, have a solution and problem, but he thinks that I don't know what should be the end result, so I am not starting this. And the second person is thinking that I should first start it, and in the way when I'm doing something, building a website, so the solution will automatically arise if we will get to know about the people who know more, so we will take guidance of them. So in this I was a bit confused that do we have to first think of end result?
maybe lengthy is very confused. Please repeat again.
सर हिंदी में सर समझाता हूँ. सर ऐसा है कि मुझे वेबसाइट बनानी है एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू, मुझे एंड रिजल्ट नहीं पता, मगर मेरे पास प्रॉब्लम है, कोई भी प्रॉब्लम है, मुझे पता है कि प्रॉब्लम है, इस पर कोई सोल्यूशन निकल सकता है, मगर एंड रिजल्ट नहीं पता कि मुझे कैसा बनेगा, क्योंकि मुझे अभी वेबसाइट बनानी नहीं आती. तो मैं स्टार्ट करूँगा इम्प्लीमेंट करना, धीरे धीरे से मैं इम्प्लीमेंट करते चला जाऊँगा, मुझे पता लगता जाएगा कि क्या क्या चीज़ों की नीड होती है, मगर इसमें मुझे स्टार्टिंग में एंड रिजल्ट तो पता नहीं था. तभी मैंने स्टार्ट करा, जैसे आपने बोला कि हमें पहले एंड रिजल्ट पता होना चाहिए. ये डाउट.
If you will talk about website development, so if you talk about web developer, so that person is making all the things on paper. Are you getting? Means you are saying that without any planning, that person simply take initiative for making website. You are saying this.
नहीं सर, मतलब डिफरेंस आ जाता है ना कि अगर हम पहले से ये सोचें कि हमें बनानी है, मगर हमें पता नहीं कैसे बनानी है, मगर हमें ये पता है कि हम स्टार्टिंग के स्टेप्स बताएंगे, हम प्रॉम्प्ट दे सकते हैं, एआई से क्या कि जैसे भी हम जनरेट कर सकते हैं, हम इंटरफेस बना सकते हैं. हमने फर्स्ट स्टेप तो ले लिया, उसके बाद धीरे धीरे जब एक बार वंस प्रॉम्प्ट बन जाएगा, फिर हमारे दिमाग में आइडिया जनरेट होंगे कि हमें ये चीज़ करनी चाहिए, हम दूसरी वेबसाइट देखेंगे, इसमें ऐसी चीज़ होनी चाहिए, इसमें इस फ्लो में जाना चाहिए.
So it is better to consider all the things. Like you had told me that firstly एक स्टेप हो गया, उसके बाद हम और वेबसाइट्स देख रहे हैं, तब जाके फिर कुछ चेंज हो जाएंगे. हो सकता है कि हमें ऐसा लगे कि मतलब फर्स्ट स्टेप में कुछ चेंज करनी हो जाए. हम ये कह रहे हैं कि फर्स्ट स्टेप हमने कर लिया है, अब हम देखना शुरू करेंगे वेबसाइट, ये सब वेबसाइट देखना शुरू करेंगे. हो सकता है देखने के बाद हमें ये आ रहे हैं कि अब फर्स्ट स्टेप में कुछ चेंजेस करने हो जाए, तो फर्स्ट स्टेप तो वेस्ट हो जाएगा. इसीलिए
अगर सर पता तो तभी चलेगा ना कि हमें
उससे बेटर तो ये तरीका है ना कि अगर मान लो कि हमने स्टार्ट करने से पहले सारे वेबसाइट्स देख लिए कि हाँ ये वेबसाइट, उसके बाद हम एंड रिजल्ट पाए कि हाँ हमें अब ये करना है, तो चांसेस ये रहते हैं कि अब वही मेरा फिक्स रह जाएगा, मेहनत कम करना पड़ेगा. क्योंकि अभी वेबसाइट डेवलपमेंट करवा भी रहे, तो जो हमारे पास वेबसाइट डेवलपमेंट कर रहा है वो पहले जो है पेपर पे लिखवा लेता है कि भाई ऐसे ऐसे ये चीज़ें होंगी, तब जाके वो क्रिएट करना है.
मगर सर जब तक हम खुद नहीं करते ना, सोचते कि पहले से रोड मैप बना लिया, अगर बिना इम्प्लीमेंटेशन का सोच कर जाते हैं ना, जैसे मैं अपना देखना पड़ता है, हम मैथ का कोई सोल्यूशन नहीं, हमें उसका वे पता है कैसे होना. अगर मैं सिर्फ वे करके लगा, मुझे बस ये बताइए प्रॉफिट कैसे सॉल्व करने का, वो मैं क्वेश्चन आ गया, मैं वो एग्जाम सॉल्व नहीं कर पाऊँगा, क्योंकि मैंने अभी तक एक बार भी ट्राई नहीं करा उसके पेपर करने का. तो ये है ना कि सर अगर हम पहले ही सब कुछ बनाएंगे, हम ऐसे बना लेंगे, मगर हमने स्टार्ट ही नहीं करा, बस पहले पूरा प्रोसेस ही बना दिया कि हमें ये करना है. तो ये सर पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाता ना, कि जब तक गलती हमें अब तभी पता चलेगी हमारी कि जब हम उसे स्टार्टिंग में इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे.
वो तो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन पे जाएंगे, जैसे मैथ का प्रॉब्लम का बात करें, वो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन पे हम जाएंगे, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने से पहले ये तो पता होना चाहिए ना कि हाँ ये सारे स्टेप्स होने चाहिए. मीन्स एटलीस्ट माइंड में क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए कि हाँ ये करेंगे. ऐसा नहीं करें कि माइंड में तुम क्लियर कर लोगे तो हो ही जाएगा. हो सकता है कि हमने माइंड में क्लियर किया, तो अगर हम सही से एग्जीक्यूशन में नहीं रहेंगे तो सही से नहीं हो पाएगा. जैसे कि अगर मैथ्स की प्रॉब्लम की बात की जाए, तो अगर हमारे पास स्टेप्स क्लियर है माइंड में कि ये सारे स्टेप्स हैं, लेकिन अगर फिर भी इनिशियल में प्रॉब्लम आएगी कि हो सकता है कि हमें क्वेश्चन सॉल्व ना हो, कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक हो जाए, वो एग्जीक्यूशन के टाइम पे। लेकिन अगर मान लो हमें स्टेप्स ही पता नहीं होंगे, जो माइंड की चीज़, अगर हमें स्टेप्स पता ही नहीं होंगे तो हम आगे बढ़ ही नहीं पाएंगे ना। अगर हमें स्टेप्स पता है तो एटलीस्ट हम गलत भी करें लेकिन आगे बढ़ पाएंगे, समझ रहे हो? तो किसी के लिए मतलब जैसे मैथ की प्रॉब्लम की बात की जाए तो वो तो प्रैक्टिस का बात है, वो प्रैक्टिस करते करते वो हो जाए। लेकिन उससे पहले तो हमें एटलीस्ट माइंड में ये क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए कि हमें करना क्या 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 चीज़ें करनी है। उसके बाद हम प्रैक्टिस पे जब प्रैक्टिस करने लग जाएंगे तो और बेटर हो जाएगा। लेकिन एटलीस्ट माइंड में तो ये क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए। वेबसाइट डेवलपमेंट में भी ये क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए पहले से ही कि आखिर ये चीज़ें हम करने वाले हैं। उसके बाद हो सकता है कि हमें हमारी स्किल की रिक्वायरमेंट होगी कि हाँ यहाँ कुछ चेंजेस करने चाहिए। मतलब चीज़ों को हम ये कह रहे हैं कि ऐसा नहीं हम बोल रहे हैं कि वो अगर तुम बिगिनिंग विद एंडिंग माइंड नहीं करोगे तो डेवलपमेंट नहीं होगा। लेकिन हो सकता है कि वो चीज़ें कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी बढ़ जाए। मीन्स हो सकता है कि चेंजेस पहले करने थे, मीन्स कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी बढ़ जाए, मीन्स हम इधर मच जाए क्या करनी हो, मैथ के प्रॉब्लम में ही हम ध्यान नहीं रहे कि स्टेप आगे क्या स्टेप होगा। तो ये चीज़ें मीन्स बेटर ये रहता है कि आप पहले प्लानिंग कर लें। सिवा फेस्ट का है तो क्या क्या इवेंट्स हैं जो पहले प्लानिंग करें। डायरेक्टली अगर हम इवेंट करवाने चले जाएंगे हो सकता है कुछ कुछ मिस हो जाए। प्लानिंग से क्या होता है कि कुछ मिस जो मिस होने वाली रहती है वो मिस नहीं होती। लेकिन अगर प्लानिंग नहीं करेंगे तो हो सकता है कि अगर हम डिबेट कंपटीशन करवाने जा रहे हैं, हम डिबेट कंपटीशन स्टार्ट कर दिए, फिर हमें पता लग रहा है कि हमारे पास जो मतलब A4 शीट्स जो मिलते हैं पार्टिसिपेंट को लिखने के लिए वही नहीं है, या पता लग रहा है कि पानी की बोतल ही नहीं है कुछ, तो वो मिसिंग हो सकती है। तो डिटेल्स क्लियर रहे प्रॉपर, इसके लिए बिगिनिंग में प्लानिंग माइंड करनी चाहिए। जैसे कि एक माइंड में हमारे पास क्लियर है कि हाँ ये करनी है, उसके बाद एग्जीक्यूशन में तो और वर्क करनी पड़ेगी हमें। ऐसा नहीं है कि माइंड में करनी तो एग्जीक्यूशन हो जाए।
सर क्लैरिटी इन द सेंस कि हमें ये पता चल गया कि हमें क्या सॉल्व करना है, ये एंड क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए।
एंड क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए। जैसे मैथ्स की बात की जाए कि जैसे मान लो एक कोई क्वेश्चन है, ठीक है, तो हमें ये पता होना चाहिए कि भाई डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन का क्वेश्चन है तो पहले हमें ये स्टेप लेना है। तो जैसे एक क्वेश्चन, मल्टीपल क्वेश्चन आते हैं, अलग अलग स्टेप होते हैं, पहले ये स्टेप लेना है, इसको पहले डिवाइड करना है, फिर ये स्टेप लेना है, फिर ये स्टेप लेना है ना। ये क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए। अगर ये क्लैरिटी नहीं होगी तो फिर दिक्कत हो जाएगी। तो माइंड तो पहले माइंड की चीज़ है। जैसे इंटरव्यू की बात की जाए तो माइंड में क्लैरिटी होनी चाहिए कि भाई आखिर जो हमसे पूछा जा रहा है प्रॉपर सुने, तो माइंड में क्लियर हो जाता है। जैसे कि अगर स्पीच की बात, सबसे बेस्ट एग्जांपल स्पीच काम देते हैं। अगर लेक्चरेट की बात की जाए तो लेक्चरेट में 3 मिनट्स प्रिपरेशन टाइम मिलती है। क्यों मिलती है? कि भाई वो थॉट्स को ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहे हैं, पहले ये पॉइंट, फिर ये पॉइंट, फिर ये पॉइंट, फिर ये पॉइंट, तब जाके बोले। अगर तुम गौर करो लेक्चरेट अगर बोल रहे हो, अगर बिना ऑर्गेनाइज किए तुम बोलने लग जाओगे तो क्या प्रॉब्लम होगा? तुम पॉइंट्स भूलने लग जाओगे। नर्वसनेस के कारण तुम पॉइंट्स भूलने लग जाओगे, फंबल कर जाओगे। जो तुम पॉइंट बोलना चाहते हो वो पॉइंट तुम नहीं बोल पाओगे, लेक्चरेट चांसेस खराब हो जाएगा। प्रिपरेशन टाइम इसीलिए बैक एंड पे मिलता है कि भाई आप प्रिपेयर करें, ऑर्गेनाइज करें चीज़ों को, तब बोलें। तो ये चीज़ हर चीज़ वेबसाइट डेवलपमेंट में भी ये चीज़ आएंगी कि आप पहले क्या करना है वो तो एटलीस्ट क्लियर होना चाहिए, तब जाके फिर जो भी प्रोजेक्ट हैंडल करते हैं वो इनसे पूछना। वेबसाइट डेवलपमेंट जो करते हैं पहले एटलीस्ट ऑन पेपर ये चीज़ें क्लियर हैं, तब जाके हम उसको करना स्टार्ट करें। We should proceed for the group discussion. Today we had conducted the session of organizing ability, but one for it. Is it clear? Yes, sir. You can develop organizing ability only when there will be a complete discussion between the persons. That how we can develop it. Multiple questions will be coming. So today was just this session about getting an overview about organizing ability. Is it clear? In the next session, we will discuss about organizing ability more detailedly. How we can develop it, taking multiple real life examples. Is it clear? So that you will be able to get a clarity about organizing ability and how to develop organizing ability. Is it clear to you? Now we should focus on the group discussion part. Am I clear? And those persons who are sitting, they should observe the group discussion, because when next turn will be there, you have to also take part in the group discussion. Okay. So are you all ready for the group discussion?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am going to brief the topic, and initially you will get 3 minutes preparation time for the group discussion. And one more thing I want to tell you, that I am keeping the group discussion simpler as compared to the real SSB group discussion, because you are at the initial stage. So I am keeping the group discussion easy level. After you will get matured, I will increase the level of group discussion to SSB level. Is it clear? But at least in the initial level, you should start doing group discussion in a logical manner. Am I clear? So the group discussion topic is climate change and its impact. Are we doing enough to tackle it? I will repeat the topic, climate change and its impact. Are we doing enough to tackle it? Your preparation time starts now. Time कितना हो गया? 546. आप लोग अभी नहीं करना 3 3 3 59 पे इसके बाद हो जाएगा कोई दिक्कत नहीं। And actually, in SSB interview, you will not get any preparation time. Make it clear.
Last 30 seconds left.
जियो टैग फोटो कर दीजिए कुछ नॉर्मल भी लेना ठीक है दोनों की नॉर्मल फोटो
Time over.
So Saturday starting and taking the data of 2024 as the global data suggests that there was a rise of 1.75 degree temperature rise in 2024, making it the hottest year. So as we have given the information that are we doing enough to tackle the, according to me we are not doing enough to tackle the global challenge.
So gentlemen, first the question arises that do we think that climate change is happening?
Yes.
Yes. So let me tell you that if we think it is a long process because the changes are coming in 200 or 200 years. So most of the people think that it is just a myth. As Amit has mentioned that from the past 100 years the average mean temperature has been rise to 1.1 degrees Celsius. And also we can see that the glaciers also rising. If we see that the coastal states and the countries which are already in the coastal areas, we are seeing that the floods are coming to their country. If we talk about Sri Lanka in 2025, it has demolished the hectares of lands of agriculture. The sea level rises and the floods came into the country. And their government, they are ready for this because they think that it's a long-term process, and because the climate change doesn't come before telling you, it just suddenly rises. So the country is well prepared before it's happening, so it should be good for us to tackle this problem. We should not become the example like Lanka. What do you think?
Climate change is not a short-term process. It comes from the past 100 years, 200 years, as you mentioned. So all the climate change activities are caused by a human activity only. The human are using resources. Uh, Human are using resources more by more than green energy. We should use biogas and other energy efficient appliances in daily home.
I would like to answer. I would like to answer Amit's question that are we doing enough to tackle the problem? Yes, we are doing many things like we are going towards renewable energy resources, and there was an agreement which was signed between 190 countries that we should maintain the global carbon emission to 1.55 degrees Celsius the temperature and the carbon emission. But yeah, I would also like to answer the question that we are also not doing sufficient for it, as we have only left 2 years of carbon emission within the world to tackle.
Adding points to Anirudh. So I've seen recently that in India they agreed to cut mangroves near Mumbai to tackle. So recently we have seen that to protect the environment there was a summit held in Brazil, I guess. So they cut thousands of trees to just do that summit over there. Gentlemen, if we see that are we doing enough? No, we are just doing formalities. If we talk about the International Solar Alliance, which was started by India in the 2014, there are more than 100 plus countries there. But they haven't done single thing yet. The countries are continuously moving out from this alliance. And if we talk about ongoing geopolitical tensions, do you think that they are considering climate change as a crisis? No, because the US is continuously bombing Iran, Israel is continuously bombing Iran, Iran is doing the same in Middle East countries. But when the question arises about the rise of climate change, they said that we are doing enough. If we talk about when a flood came, do you think that it asks for the people who which are you from, which country are you from? No, because it affects every single citizen of the world. So we don't consider this as the war between two countries because they are doing this with all of their own interest. But if we talk about the climate change, it is affecting everyone's life on this earth. What do you think on this?
Sir, adding to the Parikshit point, as we know that climate change doesn't rely on a particular point of a human activity. Climate change totally depends on multiple factors like extra using, burning of fossil fuels, cutting of trees and forests, and more factors. So, according to me, climatical factors are the particular like the level of climatic change is totally rising day by day and getting even worse due to the activities that humans are performing, and it can drastically cause a greater damage to human health and human welfare.
Yes, I completely agree with this. And the climate change is not a national problem; it's a global problem. So we have to work on it. Our government and the United Nations all have to come and work on it.
But the question is how we tackle with this problem. According to me, rising temperature, unpredictable weather, and many disaster situations. Uh, Many disaster situations show us that we should take immediate action on this.
So if we take an example of last year, we have seen that the weather pattern changes. In summer, the temperature rises above 40 to 45 degrees Celsius, and we have seen that the rain season comes later. And if we see these changes, it's ultimately affecting the crop rotation also. The farmers are able to do well because there is uneven rainfall. Most of the farmers in India are dependent on the natural rainfall. If this is not happening, it is ultimately affecting the agriculture society, which is the most important society in, especially in India, because we are the largest producer. If we talk about the largest, one of the largest producers of rice and wheat. So if we consider this situation, we have to do more to tackle this problem.
As we take an example of last year of 2025, the air quality index reached to 443 ppm. which is was the highest recorded ever in a year. So climatical change is directly causing the great impact. As we know that the rising in the air quality index is totally making a huge impact on the human health, as we know that the trees are absorbing CO2, but continuously deforestation and cutting of trees, industrialization and urbanization in the countries are totally having an impact on it and making the air quality poor.
Adding to the point of Amit, climate change is affecting many problems. Like if you will see the 2025 data, the top 10 most polluted countries in the world are only in India. So India is going towards climate change very rapidly, and the steps which are taken by our government are very few to tackle this problem.
If we talk about the personal interest of the leaders of the country, let's take an example of the country of South America, Venezuela. Its every glacier has been melted, and we know that. But the USA is more concerned about the oil which is on the land of Venezuela. They are saying to the citizens that we will make this country good. But no, their only reason to kidnap their leader is to take out the oil and do for their own benefit.
So to decrease these effect of climate change, every individuals should take initiative, because it is the responsibility of every individual living in this earth. So we should minimize the use of, we should shift to natural resources, natural energy, green energy. So a small action of an individual can make a big impact on future generations.
Totally agree with Shivan's point. As if we want to reduce the negative effects of climatical change, we have to directly shift, and every individual have to take the initiative to directly switch to electrical energy, electrical power energy, which we can generate easily, and we should not put more pressure on the natural resources, and we can shift to the electrical vehicles to minimize the pressure on the conventional petrol powered and the diesel powered vehicles. And we can also save electricity also. We can use electricity more over the fossil fuels. And we can shift to more electrical appliances and electrical use, so we can just save the natural resources.
Adding more points from it, as we have seen that factories releases their chemical water untreated that to the rivers, that makes the aquatic animals dead. So if we can focus on that, treat the chemical water and release after that, so that will improve the water level.
Adding to my point, Rishabh, actually the recent data of India 2025, the Delhi AQI level is above 400. So it's a good idea to replace petrol and diesel engine with electrical engines, electric motors.
As Shubham has mentioned, that small contribution matter. So if we talk about that, rather than posting posters on social media that save earth, save water, a small thing we can do that if we are going to anywhere and we are purchasing something. So if we have something, some wrapper, so we should, rather than telling to someone that the government is not working properly, first we should do it ourselves. So we should give this waste to ourselves only. Once we see the dust.
Time over.
Alright, completed this discussion. So I will give one suggestion to all of you, that take the group discussion to more higher level. Like how you can take it? Have you heard about Conference of Parties, COP 27, 28, 29? Countries are meeting for discussion about climate change. Clear? So consider these points. Like Anirudh had given the point about global carbon emission to zero. But do you know that in the current times, the developed countries are not giving the appropriate amount of funds for tackling climate change to the developing nations? Am I clear? This is the problem. Clear? Next one is that in the previous year there was one news that about avoiding fossil fuels to net zero use of fossil fuels. There was one news. But in that proposal of the COP, there was some division. Some countries, some Arab countries like Saudi Arabia, like Iran, those countries who are dependent on fossil fuels, they rejected that proposal. Some countries accepted that proposal. So there was some difference. So consider all the things about COP, about forest fires which are coming in different, you can say in different areas, Venezuela. Had multiple news current points. Like he had given good points initially. He had taken good initiative. Secondly, Parikshit, I want to tell you that work more on your power of expression. Keep it concise. Don't make it very much lengthy. Is it clear? Next, you have taken initiative. It was fine, but work on your power of expression. Sometimes you are getting fumbled, so work on that. Is it clear? Next, I would work on your confidence. More confidently, because in the SSB part, the group discussion will be very much competitive. Am I clear? So in that condition, work on your confidence. Next, Naveen, you had not taken initiative. What is the reason? English communication. Need to work upon it. I will tell you how to work on the confidence building. Next, you work on your power of expression. You will taking initiative. You have taken initiative 2 times, but work on your power of expression. How to express yourself. Work on your confidence. Am I clear? If you want to convey information, that speak confidently in that condition. Am I clear? Next one, Nitin. You are also taking initiative, but again I will tell you that speak confidently. Work on your power of expression. How you express yourself. Deepak, work on your content quality. It is good you have taken initiative, but work on your content quality. Put out more better contents. Good expression. Am I clear? All at, you had not taken initiative. What is the reason? Definitely, if any person had not performed well in the group discussion, no problem is there. Group discussion is slightly difficult task for the beginners. Even I was having difficulty in taking part in the group discussion. So there is no problem. But if you will take part in group discussions continuously, then you will get improved. Like Nitin had taken initiative, he had improved. I feel he had improved. So in that condition, continuously take part in all the group discussions. Am I clear? Any questions? Watch news on a daily basis. It will develop your group discussion ability. Add high level contents. COP summits are there. Like in India, multiple meetings are taking place for tackling climate change. You will get multiple data. So put out these data ahead. Am I clear? So replace remaining persons to replace with them.
You are also taking part.
I will also take part. Where is the washroom? Ansh, washroom किस तरफ? I am coming in 2 minutes.
मेरे पे 80 टॉपिक्स हैं।
अरे क्या कर लेगा है ना ट्राई करता भी तो आर में भी 80 टॉपिक भेजे फिर क्या
परीक्षित परीक्षित टाइम नोट
दैट्स व्हाट शी सेड
मेरा कुछ दूसरा
तो बोला था 6-4 बोलो यार
नहीं नहीं नोट करियो ना
टाइम नोट करियो मैं तो
क्या
कुछ ऐसे रिलेटेड नहीं होगा ट्राई करूंगा बोल
वो धोखा देने का तरीका है बोला जाए
अरे वहाँ तक तो मैं पूछ ही नहीं
Anybody should know the time. Is it clear? Who will know the time? 3 minutes for preparation, 10 minutes for group discussion. Okay, I will read the topic. The topic is future of electric vehicles in India. I will repeat the topic: future of electric vehicles in India. Preparation time starts.
Last 30 seconds. Gentlemen, times have started.
Friends, I will talk about the sustainable goals of India. In the current time, India is focusing on the use of non-renewable energy. And even if I will talk about the government's initiative, government had taken initiative to provide all the required supports for flourishing of different electric vehicle companies. In the current time, we are finding Tata is there. Even there were some talks that Tesla will come in India. And there is a great opportunity for electric vehicles in India. In the current time, we are finding multiple homes have electric vehicles, whether it is scooty or anything. And even if you are finding the public transport, in different areas, buses are also there, uh, uh, which are used as electric vehicles.
As the topic says, the future of EVs in India. Present shapes the future. Firstly, we need to discuss upon the present as well. So let me tell you some scenarios where in physical year 2026, around 2.43 million registrations for the EVs have taken place. From past year, 23% growth in EVs have been shown. And in total, if we talk about that there is 6 to 8% of total sales in vehicles. First, and then we need to take examples of some future. The factors that will affect the future is the cost effectiveness. Firstly, electricity is cheaper than petrol and diesel that attracts the customer the most because they urge for the things that are less in cost.
And first, I will continue with the point of Ansh that in the current time, we know that wars are going on, and there is a crisis of oil. Oil prices are continuously increasing in India, and this crisis will continue for some more time. So, in that condition, electric vehicle is one of the most important option for the persons to purchase it and to use it.
However, the battery is made up of rare materials, and the world focusing on new energies like S2 energies, hydrogen gas vehicles, and all the other energies.
But the technology is still evolving, so we should focus on what is there. And the
Yeah,
government
but
is also
technology is evolving, but the battery emits radiations, and the rare metals which are from China and other countries are decreasing day by day. The quantity of
so
rare
we
metals.
can means opt for developing the batteries in different from the different materials, and we can also means initiate this. The government is also helping in this. They are developing the projects in India. Like we are also developing batteries in different parts of the country.
Battery is not.
And one more thing I'll tell you that even there was one news that in Ladakh there is a chances of lithium reserves in Ladakh. 1 year back the news was there that there is some lithium reserve in Ladakh. So in that condition it has a potential to meet the demand of electric vehicle batteries in India.
But it is the condition of exploiting the natural resources. And the S2 the new technology of S2 that make the condition of exploiting resources because S2 is naturally formed in our nature like water from water. We can extract the H2 from the water and use it.
I want to add a point regarding the electricity. As we know that electricity is, we need to install the electricity charge stations everywhere. So this is a challenging thing. India is working upon it. Electricity charging stations have been developed, but it needs to be developed more at less distance, like the petrol and diesel stations. Similarly, we need to develop the charging stations as well.
But the tier 3 cities are not ready for this.
And friends, I want to add one more point that India has a plan for net zero carbon emission. In that condition, we will find out that petrol vehicles are emitting huge amount of carbon. So in that condition, if I will talk about the future of electric vehicles, so future is very much bright. According, if we consider the goal of India's sustainable goal of net zero emission.
I agree with your points, but there are some basics. Its future was good. I agree with you, but there are some challenges to poor people. If a person don't have so much money that buy EV, but But if he was not buy too much higher, if he that's how it's buy that.
And friends, I will continue with the point of Shivam that in the current time we are finding that e-rickshaw, electric vehicle, is the lifeline for the rickshaw drivers. They are earning a huge amount of money. And also, if multiple factories for development of electric vehicles will get developed in India, in that condition it will create multiple jobs as well.
I also I also add a point on it. This EV vehicle is more cheaper than the petrol vehicles.
To add a point that government is also focusing on subsidizing the electric vehicles and the solar panels because of the green energy to be renewable emissions of CO2 and other harmful gases that affect the global warming. So even government is helping the citizens, not only the citizens but the companies as well to develop more and more EVs to contribute in less emission of the CO2.
But EV is not too reliable.
That's all. But we can work on it. We can adopt the EVs in the today's era, and we can improve it. Like you are saying that EV is not effective. It is because we don't have the sufficient technology because they are the evolving vehicles. So we can means adopt it. We can make changes in it, and then we can proceed further for the future.
I would like to add a new point on that. Our India has set an ambitious by 2030 that 30% of the private cars and 80% of the two-wheeler and three-wheeler should be on EV by the time 2030.
Nowadays, we can say Indian government also supports by giving the subsidy and relief on the tax and we promote the EV vehicles, and which makes green energy by upcoming the future.
Adding some points, there are a state of there are India a state of Assam. Is example of Assam. There is a scheme of EV electric vehicle. If you buy a approx 7 to 8 lakhs one EV, then government relents discounts maybe 1 lakh to 2 lakhs. That's also financial support to other persons.
As we add a new point in this, as we talk about future of EV in India, yeah, it is good and it rises small business that make it bigger. And I personally use the EV in my home. It's a scooty. It has a not big problem, but a small problem is that it don't contain so much load on that. So we need to focus on that thing, how we keep it in a manner that to sustain the things in a proper way, not that.
And friends, I will add one more point that in the current time, if you will find that electric vehicles are emitting very less amount of noise pollution as compared to the petrol or diesel vehicles. So it is electric vehicles have a good advantage over the petrol or diesel vehicles.
I want to discuss about the cost of the EVs. First, initially, it is if we say of the short time, it is very costly. But if we see in a long run, it seems to be very cheap because of the less consumption of the fuel. Its fuel is electricity, so it is less in consumption. Whereas the government is also subsidizing it, making it more cheaper, making the high availability of the charging stations as well.
And friends, I will add one more point that in the current time, India is suffering from high AQI in different states. Because the reason is that because of emissions from petrol and diesel vehicles. So in that condition, electric vehicles does not consist of any emissions, any CO2 emissions. So in that condition, electric vehicles should be used in that condition to reduce the air quality index and to control the climate change as well.
As we know that in India we are suffering from the fossil fuels and the abundance of the fossil fuels. So the electric vehicle is most good for in India.
But the process in making the batteries, it emits very much amount of pollution rather than the making procedures of diesel vehicles or the petrol vehicles.
I am adding a some point only, and recently the new electric vehicle is present. That name is BYD, which is a Chinese company, and he is improving her
her battery, which is known as blade battery, which is most effective than the lithium ion battery.
As EVs are emerging technologies, it has some shortcomings as well. But as the passage of time, it is like improving. More charging stations have been developed, more subsidies have been given. It is being now more like less costly due to competition in the market. So it is an emerging technology, and it has a very bright future, not only in terms of employment but also in terms of green emission and a new mode of vehicle, that is electric vehicle.
Also, the government work on it with some central
Although I feel that it was slightly, level of the topic was slightly higher as compared to other topics. Am I clear? It was the first time that we had shifted towards a higher level of discussion. And I remember that Arsha was saying, I agree with her, sir. Once one person cut off him, then he again say, I agree with again one person cut off him. So it was a time, it happens. But try to take bold initiative. It was good. Arsha also given the point about, I think, one report news, you can say. He had given good points. I had taken initiative. Okay. And the next part of Shivam, you should work on your power expression. And more, because you should be confident. Next one, you should also work on your power expression. Next, what's your name? Deepak. Work on your power expression as well. Is it clear? Means all should work on power expression. And secondly, if I will talk about you, what you were taking, I was telling about hydrogen.
The Toyota introduced the hydrogen engine.
But it was the topic of electric vehicle. Whether in which topic you can either support electric vehicle or you can say go against it.
So I go against it.
You are saying that the batteries are emitting pollution, so we can adopt another way.
I give you as a disadvantage.
And although it was you can say slightly high level topic, so in that's why I'm saying that we should read or watch news in the news. That's why I'm saying. And even Himanshu, you need to work on your power expression. Which I feel that although you have taken part, but your point should be more more good, and it should consist of good content as well. That's why you can say group discussion is a task. Silence. So group discussion is a task which matures your communication. It develops your patience for listening. It develops your power of expression. Initially, those persons who are there, those persons who feel that they are weak in their, they are not able to take part in the group discussion in a proper manner. But if you will take part in the group discussions continuously, you will get developed automatically. Your communication will get developed automatically. According to me, group discussion is a holistic task. This task will develop your complete communication. Am I clear? You will be able to develop your power of expression, AIG, his ability to influence the group. This, all the things you can say, group discussion will develop your holistic communication. Any more thing? Any person want to ask? Is it clear? Your feedback. It was good. You had taken initiative after me. It was good. And again, you can say for all the persons, add more contents. Add more contents. It will be better. Means prepare yourself for highest level. Highest level you can. Am I clear? And what's theory? Topics, category you are saying. Categories can be social topics. Social topics like you can say dowry, I think it will not come. Social topics you can say like an example is child marriage, child labor, these things are there. National level topics, women empowerment, national level topics like you can say international relations, international level topics. Means three things. Social topics like child labor, national topics like you can say climate change in India, electric vehicles, it is the national topic. Next part, UCC, national topic, or social, it is also coming social as well.
international topic like war, impact of war, relation between India and different other countries. So all consider all the things, social topic, national level topic, international level topic, all the things it will come in the group discussion. So watch daily news. Daily watch regular news. It will develop your communication. And I want to ask I want to ask all the persons individually that how many of you will give SSB interview in the near future? Those persons are remaining. One person. Those persons who will not give SSB, they should raise your hand. One person. Do you know if you are taking NCC, you will get a special entry for SSB? Yes, sir. So you can opt for it. Even if you are not interested, opt for it because it will develop your personality. Is it clear? Any doubt, any person? Also, in this place, I think 18 persons are there, so all will give SSB. Is it clear? Any person is there who will not give SSB? कोई ऐसा है जो कि SSB नहीं देगा? सभी को देना SSB. Then at least if you are SSB cadet, so you should opt for SSB interview. I am continuously repeating that part. Is it clear? Also, I think that we should discuss about that part. Shall I discuss regarding the discussion? What we discussed?
सुनना इधर इधर देख अनस इधर देख के बोल
हाँ इसका सुना मैंने सुना
बोलना करने सबके सब बोल रहे आज मन भी एक बार हम अरे इसको तो बंद कर वीडियो अभी भी चल रही है ना रोक देते हैं ना उसे रखेगा रख ले कुछ काम के लिए यूज कर लियो कहाँ से होता है मुझे नहीं आता नहीं हुआ नहीं हुआ अंश नहीं हुआ है अरे वीडियो बंद हुई है वो थोड़ी बंद हुआ है वो देख माइक